What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists out there? Welcome to On the Beach with Pete, the hobby along, paint along series that you put on in the background whilst you work on your projects or do whatever you gotta do, right? And I talk about stuff, life, the universe, everything in between, and together, hopefully, we get stuff done. Now, move the camera over, another camera angle. See how we go with this one. I'm kind of trying to tidy as I go with this one today because I'm very aware that my bench is in a huge mess right now, and so also I'm going to probably come across maybe old paintbrushes, get rid of them as I go, so see about that as well. And yeah, just generally try and tidy up a bit. So I've got to move things around a little bit here in here anyway, because I've got there's a space over there now for the new desks I've got arriving for Mrs. Mini Warzone. She's gonna have an area, and that's going to be cool. And yeah, and although I've got rid of quite a few miniatures off my bench, I've still got a few to go. So without further ado, get yourself set up, tea, coffee, whatever. I've got coffee here. Get your glues, brushes, and models and paints ready for action. And let's get to the bench. Okay, so starting off, I'm looking at this Wendigo here. Already I'm thinking eyes. I need to do something on the eyes. I need to do his skin as well, but I do need to do eyes. He also needs a bit of a shade wash, but I don't want anything too dark. But first things first, we'll work on the eyes first here. Right, so eyes for him, and go for a yellow. So I'm thinking of going phalanx yellow. If I've got a flash gits yellow, that might be better, mightn't it? Flash gits yellow. I've got an airbrush version which I might use. Just gonna zhuzh this up on the old paint shaker. Yeah, because that's gonna work a treat. Now, I did a chill with Pete yesterday. Actually, I filmed it. Excuse me, I'm just gonna try and get my paint ready. I may even switch to my other glasses. So. Yeah, I did a chill with Pete, and I had a bit of a list of things that I wanted to go through in it. And so what I did was I did the chill. I had the list with me. That was good. So it's kind of the same sort of list. I'll just go into a bit more detail. So the other day there was a classic car show. Yeah, I've got those eyes on there now. There was a classic car show here, and it was brilliant. I said to my wife, no, I won't be happy unless I see a Mark II Jaguar, you know, and yeah, lo and behold, there was quite a few there actually. Well, maybe 4 Mark IIs and Daimlers as well. They're good. I like them, but the Mark II Jag has always held a special place in my heart, as it were, because to me it's the quintessential Jag, you know. From when I was a kid growing up, I used to admire them, you know. Whenever we saw one, you know, we were out and about or driving, I just thought, wow, they're just lovely. That's, you know, that's the car to strive for, in my humble opinion. And so we saw one, and it's like Inspector Morse's car, right? It's the car he drives. He drives like a dark red one, and they had a bright red one there. That was really, really nice. 3.8. And I was speaking to the owner, who said he never thought he'd ever be owning a car like that, especially since he grew up in the slums of London, and just never realised, thought he would ever end up there. And I said it was funny how it works out, isn't it? It's, do you remember the day you prayed for the things you have now, you know, sort of thing? And it's true, you know. We're so fortunate. But he made it happen, and he said it's great because he gets to go to different shows and go around, travel around in it, and meet loads of people, and, you know, have conversations like we were having, I guess, and just chatting. You know, sat there in the sun. It was just lovely. Yeah, it really was. I mean, the Mark II Jags and the Daimlers, they are my absolute favourite of any classic car, actually. I was also talking about the summer and how disappointed I was with it, and it's getting darker in the mornings now. By the way, I'm not just sat here rambling, I am thinking what I'm doing next. I'm looking at it for a shade wash for him. Yeah, the mornings are so much darker. It's a great shame, I think. Right, so I'm just going to get some shade wash. Pop a bit in here. It's just a light tone shade wash I'm using on this one. Focus. Yeah, you can read that now. Yeah. Just put that one back. Everybody's got goals, haven't they? You know, make it happen. But yeah. So going back to summer. Yeah, just having to use the torch now. First thing when we come out the door on our path. Putting this light tone on because I think Agrax Airshade would be overkill. Wasn't actually going to use a shade wash, but this light tone is kind of light enough that you can get away with almost having the subtlety of not using a shade wash, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I do apologise. If it doesn't, just blame it on the ramblings of a madman. Right, so shade wash on him. Now he can dry, that'll be the rest of his time today. Right, drying. have a halfling. Do you know? Do you know? I'm going to put it on him as well. Subtle. That works out quite well, actually. So I'm opting for this camera angle to try not to get my hands in the way of the camera too much. Oh, excuse me. The odd thing is, you know, I was looking back last night actually. I was looking back over on the benches. I was looking over my old videos, right? So I was going to do the rim of this base. So I was looking back over my old videos and I came to the conclusion that the older videos were filmed better. I'm on camera a lot more, so I don't know what that's all about. It's like I've got worse for going off camera when I'm concentrating. There you go. Doing a Steel Legion drab, and I think my halfling will be ready at that point. Well, this halfling will be ready anyway. Halfling. Very first character I ever played in Dungeons and Dragons was a halfling. Back in those days, it was a race and a character class, you know. So he'll be ready for varnish next time. I can do the rim of the base on this halfling female too. Yeah, she could probably benefit from a light tone wash too. See about getting it. Oh, something arrived for me in the post yesterday, something I'd ordered a while back. Space Hulk Tactics for the PS4, because I thought, right, well, I can spend more time downstairs. My PlayStation's down there, right? I can spend more time down there. With Dylan, right? But yeah, so I got it. I'd never played it before. It sounded alright. And I think it will be alright. It's so it's a tactical turn-based game. It's going to take a lot of working out what I've got to do and what it all means. You don't get any instructions, do you? Although there is a sort of a training thing that helps you, guide you through what the basics are. So I'll use that. What I'm saying is, it's not something I can just pick up and play. You know, it's going to be a while. So Carnival's coming up soon. That's something to talk about. Yeah, the Carnival. Yeah, man, that's soon upon us, eh? Can't believe it's been a year since the last one. That seems crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Well, there you go. A year. So we'll probably go stand in the same place we did last year, Long Harbour Road. Watch the main procession. Go grab a kebab or something. Go back, chill out, talk about it. It's all good. Right. So I've done a couple of rims, base rims. Yeah, I think she could do with a light tone wash as well. So I'm going to give her a light tone wash. There we are. I'm slathering it on here because why not? Yep. And that will be ready for a varnish. Also, what else have I got going on here? Dunno. Right. So, in essence, I will have cleared another 2 miniatures from my bench. Yeah, just do some of these. I've got these little bits of scatter terrain. See, I need to get these off the bench too. Arrows. I think a lighter brown for the arrows, maybe. Lighter brown. Could I use? Got here. Death Claw Brown. I think Death Claw Brown. Death Claw Brown to do some of these arrow shafts. I've got another one here. These are just like 3D printed scatter terrain, which I've had ages, and you know how it goes. You just don't get around to doing it. God, this brush has seen better days. Let's put some water with that. Right. So it's not such a great day today weather-wise. Just gonna let that dry out a little bit before I start applying it. Yeah, it's not a great day today weather-wise. The other day the last time in fact I filmed it on the beach. Sunny day. It's not the case. It's very, very cloudy. So, hoping the rain won't come. Already been out with Dylan this morning, which was good. He was very manic this morning. He was struggling to concentrate. I think, excuse me. Oh, there's a lot of birds around him, and he was very distracted. So I'm just waiting for my paint in my palette to just dries slightly. So I don't want it too watery, right? Okay, we've got to keep. Right, I'll start with this one. It looks like I've probably already done the shafts of the arrows, but a steady hand required. But yeah, I said Dylan had a bit of a. He was distracted because there's loads of birds around this morning, far more than usual, right? And he likes to chase birds. It's his thing, you know, one of his things. And I don't know why there seemed more around this morning. So he's very distracted by them, and that's, you know, that's tiny, and that's understandable. I've always said, if you expect your dog to be perfect all the time, you have a very unrealistic expectation. And I think that's very unrealistic. Right. You know, he came back, he did his usual routine, and the rest of the walk was alright. Get these arrows. Right, so that's that one. I think that's that. Okay, to the next piece of scatter terrain. Woo. I've got a fan on next to me. It's actually quite warm. So it's humid, I suppose, more than anything else. Taking in the heat. Yeah, so we did our walk this morning then. But overall, Dylan's training is really coming on. He's doing so well. I couldn't be more proud of him. There we go. That's that. Right, now have another halfling. He would benefit from a bit of lead belcher on him. Is there anyone else that would benefit from lead belcher? I don't think so. Oh, that said, no, it's going to be wood. Ah, yes. Other side of that. Right, so lead belcher, which I think I've got out somewhere. I do, yes. I do like to keep out a couple of paints that I will always use. You know, the things like non oil, that kind of stuff. So, just packing stuff away as I go. This is good news. Brilliant. Already my bench is looking tidier than it was. I'm going to have to shake this up on the electronic paint shaker, so do bear with me just a second. Here. Yeah, so with the winter rapidly approaching, I'm training with Dylan is going to have to take on a more mental aspect in terms of, you know, stuff we can do indoors, more mentally stimulating than anything else. And this is something else I learned. So I learned I've learned quite a few things since being with a dog trainer and dog behaviourist, right? Actually, let's just put this stuff on a pallet. Where's my airbrush thinner? There we go. Yeah, so things I learned, my common misconception, I always thought you had to exercise dogs loads, like your big dogs, like walk them for miles and run them and all the rest of it. No, that's not correct. You've got to know your breed as well, right, for this. But by and large, the pointer breed, yes, they can walk and run and all the rest of it just fine. What tires them out the most, and what they love the most, is sniffing. Just smelling smells. All dogs like sniffing and smelling, right? But for the pointer, it's a big reward. Like with Jack Russells, for instance, the big reward is because they're ratters. They like to rat, go into holes, drive out, you know, whatever animals are in there. That's what they were bred for. Whereas the pointer is bred for tracking, right? So smelling. That's his big reward. So when he's in the zone, when you're out, he will get more pleasure from smelling than like any treats you may have. He probably won't be interested in them. And that's the truth. Yeah. Alright, so I've done that cage thing now. I'll do some of his. He's got a little bit of armour on this halfling here, just the lower half. It's got like a little, I don't know, chainmail, sort of a chainmail skirt thing on the bottom. We'll use that. Change out my glasses again because those are not strong enough. These will be. It's better. See what I'm doing now. Actually, I'm going to make this all I think this might be a female as well, I'm not sure though. Yeah, I'm going to do this as a whole entire chainmail shirt. Quite like that. Yeah, good. Not too far off. Not too far off. I don't think I've got anything else that requires a leather belcher, sadly. Time have I got? 34 minutes. That's not bad, considering I had no clue what I was doing. Where am I going to go next? I suppose this dog. Dark grey. That's what I need. Field grey. I think shake that up, field grey, and that'll go nicely on the base for my dog here. Right, so a electronic paint shaker mode coming up. My cat looks around and like, oh, what the hell's that all about? Doing that. Okay. Bit of field grey. Touch of water. Really good to go. Okay. Now, just a case of painting the bottom of the base. I feel I've really gone the long way around with this dog model. That's okay. Cat's jumped down. Yeah, so I've got a little fan on me at the moment, just blowing. You might be able to hear it in the background, I don't know. Though we can tell the condenser mic. And my cat's laying in front of the door. That probably means he wants to be let out. But he's not exhibiting any vocal signs yet, so I'll stay as I am for now. Okay. What's that? Field grey ain't bad actually, not a bad colour. Do I have anything on my Minotaur that might warrant a field grey? Actually, I'm thinking the sort of hair or fur on top of his, above his head. Yeah, I think it's hair. Why can't you have grey hair? Yeah, why not? I think that's cool. So he's got hair on the bottom of his feet as well. Yeah, not bad at all. I love that, you know, and I get a colour for a model to do something like boots or coat or whatever. And then I look around and think, right, what else? What what else can I use this colour for? And can I use it on any of my other miniatures? And more often than not, I can. And that's great. Yeah, I love it. This is my free Minotaur figure. Very proud of that. I ordered I think it was a Werebear off of eBay, and this Minotaur turns up, and I was like, whoa, that's a cool looking model, but that's not what I ordered. And they just said, just keep it, we'll send you the right model. Fine, I'm okay with that, that's cool. So I figured I might as well paint him up. I think he's 3D printed. If he is, you know, he's a very good model for a 3D print. Just a couple more areas. Yeah, that's worked out quite well. I think in future I'm going to have to start planning my on the beaches and on the benches, just so that I have a known work schedule to, you know, adhere to. So he's quite a good model. Just taking this opportunity to have some of my coffee. It's 41 minutes, so I am struggling to stretch this out because I just don't know, because it's early as well. I'm still getting used to the whole do hobby early morning routine. Go out for a walk with Dylan, come back, do hobby, go to work. You know, I'm still getting used to that, but that's okay. Whereas I used to be doing this sort of thing at the end of the day, and that was fine. People, I've had comments saying, "Oh, just paint, just get paint on them, and get them off your bench. Just do it. You know, what's the problem?" And I'm like, "Well, my problem is focus and thinking. I can't. Sometimes I find it difficult to think what paint I want to put on." It's like this, for instance, this weird shark I've got going on here. You know, I don't know what paint to put on him next, what to do next, because I so want it to be good, you know. I think a dry brush on his base wouldn't go amiss. Get the old long boot. I'm going to turn my fan off actually, because I'm more than cool enough now. My cat's decided to go to bed for a while. Probably knows I'll be finishing up soon. And yeah, so although I haven't actually taken any miniatures off the bench, I have tidied it up a little bit. Of course, what I've done in the past, when I get to this sort of stage, I just retrieve the miniatures, put them away, come back to them later, clear the bench, start again. You know, I'm hoping I won't get to that, have to do that with this lot here, because I'm making some good progress with them. You know, I have got to sort all my miniatures out. That's true. That certainly is true. Got to do that. And something else I've got to do in here is I'm going to be revamping the racking system, the shelving system for Mini Warzone here in the hobby room. Just so that I've got shelving that can take a decent weight, you know. Because at the moment, my shelf main one I'm looking at is it's warping, it's bending under the weight of mostly my Warhammer books, all the old rule books and codexes and all that kind of stuff, and a few others. So yeah, that shelving unit definitely needs revamping. Definitely does. I'm just wondering. I think we're going to do all right. I think it's going to be all right in here. I have got so much to move around and change, sort out. But I'm in Hog's Heaven, right? I love it. I just love it. I really do. Right. I'm going to put some of this dry paint onto Wereshark's base. There we go. Yeah, I think that works out quite well. It's got like what's he got on his he's holding some sort of like octopus type thing. I want that to be kind of like a purple or pink or pinky purple. What have we got? If we got in the pink states, that would be good. Squid pink. Well, you couldn't get much more perfect than that, could you? Right, I'm going to shake up the squid pink and then paint that octopus thing. Squid, whatever it is. Right, squid pink. Yeah, put a nice load in there for that, because that is absolutely fine. Okay, want a touch of water in with that. Touch more. So we had a good training session yesterday with Dylan. And he's been working with a role model dog. It's called Bonnie. She doesn't react at all. Dylan can be losing his mind, totally losing his shit, right? Bonnie will just stand there and look at him like, okay, what are you doing? But he's getting a lot better now. Let's move you over there slightly. And come up slightly. There you go. Right, so squid pink. So we bear in mind that this is just going to be a base colour. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I've noticed lately with the sea on the beach is it's been quite rough. Many's the time we've gone by it and said, oh, not paddleboarding weather today. It's a shame Mrs. Minnie hasn't got this paddleboard. She's got two now, actually. got herself a better one. She was hoping to do quite a bit of it this year, but with Dylan, it's kind of you know, the whole thing's changed. Probably next year we'll be able to do it because he'll be that much more trained and used to it, you know. So I think next year definitely be able to go. I mean, I won't go paddleboarding because it's not my bag. I'll get the dinghy out and do a bit of that. I think just sit in it, row around. And this is pretty cool. Yeah. So there. Ooh. So there we go. He's holding this pink squid thing, and I'll be able to zhuzh that up a bit more once that has dried. Excellent. It's been bugging me for some time that has not been painted. Do you ever get that? You look at a model, you're painting it, and you go, I'll get around to doing that gun or that backpack, you know, because it's big or whatever, and you end up doing all the other stuff first, and it's like, in the end, it's like, just paint it because it's getting on my nerves. Right. My two halflings over there that are ready. Time have I got? 53 minutes. Right, well, yeah, I'm going to make this a shorter one. So I'm going to cut to me. So thank you for making it this far. I hope you got loads of stuff done. I normally ask this earlier in the video, but let me know what you're working on. You know, please let me know what you're working on as you watch this. I find that very interesting. What everybody's projects are, you know. I haven't had many responses to those questions lately, but you know, if you could let me know, that'd be absolutely awesome. And I will get around to making another video, but until then, remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now. Bye bye.